Dubai Dedicated Server, by TheServerHost. Dubai is a multicultural city and emirate located in the United Arab Emirates, famous for its ultramodern architecture, luxury shopping and a dynamic nightlife scene. When it comes to hosting, one of the most popular and widely used forms is dedicated server hosting. TheServerHost Dubai Dedicated Server Hosting is a kind of internet hosting wherein the client leases an entire server, not sharing it with others. In this kind of service, the hosting company gives the customer full control over his website and is responsible for providing security, reliability as well as quality of service. So, what are the advantages of opting for dedicated server hosting? Well, it provides complete management control over your website and can be used for various purposes such as storing of data, development of web applications, e-commerce, email marketing, site maintenance as well as content development. TheServerHost Dubai Dedicated Server features. What is a dedicated IP? A dedicated IP is when your Internet Service Provider or ISP assigns a unique IP address to your computer. This means that instead of connecting to a pool of internet addresses that has been shared by several other computers, you're connecting to your own, which is one of its unique features. The other difference between a dedicated IP address and a shared IP is the amount of bandwidth that they can provide. A dedicated IP is able to provide a higher bandwidth consumption than a shared IP. Dubai Dedicated IP hosting will also be able to give you a greater level of security. This is because any information that you send from your website is sent securely via an IP address. High availability and uptime. TheServerHost Dubai Dedicated Server, while costing a bit more than shared hosting, offers guaranteed high uptime and excellent security features. These guarantees provide your site with a higher level of performance than it would experience if it was using shared resources. This is why many large companies now use dedicated servers for their websites, including those that deal in financial transactions like online banking. With a dedicated server, you also get better performance for your site because the server is not sharing resources with other sites within the same server. With a dedicated server, your website will run at its optimal performance all the time, and this will improve the way it performs in comparison to other sites. TheServerHost Dubai Managed Services list as dedicated server hosting provider. Secure Data Center. A data center is an automated facility that centrally consolidates an organization's shared IT resources and hardware for the purposes of processing, storing, and distributing data and programs. The main role of the data center is to serve business applications by providing high-speed access to the internet and processing power. It also acts as a hub for various systems, servers, routers, and switches. There are several components that make up a data center, each of which is critical to the operation of the center. Data center architecture. Core components centralized management. A data center must be controlled and monitored by a number of devices, including servers, routers, storage systems, switches, and hardware. Data center design. IT companies to create a data center architecture to optimize space, cooling, power, and security. The architecture typically consists of servers, routers, switches, storage devices, and computer rack mount equipment. Convenient payment. TheServerHost Dubai Dedicated Server do support PayPal and Bitcoin. DDoS protection. With new smart technology, dedicated server hosting lets you experience complete online security for your network, with no added hardware required. Stay online 24/7 using intelligent DDoS protection from TheServerHost DDoS Protection. Get full server protection at an affordable price with a worldwide network that is always up to date with the most recent exploits. With a Dubai dedicated service, you are provided with powerful filtering and detection rules, along with state-of-the-art protection from online attacks. Your private infrastructure is provided with dedicated firewall services along with packet monitoring and automatic traffic detection rules. An extensive scanning algorithm receives daily scan packets of data and uses filters to reduce the attacks. Your dedicated servers are constantly monitored for attacks using state-of-the-art DDoS protection from TheServerHost. With intelligent mitigation and filtering rules, your dedicated servers remain protected from DDoS regardless of whether they are connected to the public internet or private intranet. In addition to packet flooding protection, your servers are also protected against malicious intrusions and data breaches with intrusion detection systems, IDS, and firewall protection. Intrusion detection systems, IDS, are designed to protect your servers from malicious software that can easily penetrate your firewall and take control of your computers. Firewalls can be configured to allow or deny certain ports and IP addresses. Server migration. Migrating your servers isn't an easy process and requires patience, diligence, skill, and planning. The TheServerHost managed services completely take care of these factors. Unmetered bandwidth, 100 MB/s, 10 GB per second. This type of hosting has no limits on the number of visitors a site can receive or the number of resources that a website can use without consuming all the resources available. This type of hosting is ideal for large organizations and businesses that require more data transfer. However, in order to meet the needs of individuals and average web users, an unmetered bandwidth plan would be a good choice. The main advantage of unmetered bandwidth hosting is that your web server resources are fully utilized all the time. With a Dubai dedicated server, your server resources are fully utilized even when there is high traffic. SSD. An SSD, or solid-state drive, is a fast, inexpensive and reliable way to increase your computer's storage capacity. SSDs are also more compact than traditional hard drives. Because SSDs use an individual write processor for performing each block of data, they don't experience the same sort of performance hit that spinning drives do. Technical support. Technical support is important, and that is why you need a Dubai dedicated server if you are serious about running an online business. These servers are extremely fast and reliable because they can take care of all of your technical needs. For more info, visit TheServerHost,